Keep going.
Become far too dangerous.
Going. Going.
I love movies where the characters have to survive dangerous situations in the wild. The thick foliage, mysterious sounds of the forest, and threat of wild animals make the jungle such an intense setting. Because of this, today, I'm going to share with you my list of the top 5 best adventure movies set in the jungle. So, let's start with number 5.
The ultimate piece of the human puzzle!
Number 5. The Legend of Tarzan. The Legend of Tarzan is a 2016 adventure film directed by David Yates, based on the character Tarzan created by Edgar Rice Burroughs. The film stars Alexander Skarsgård, Samuel L. Jackson, Margot Robbie, Djimon Hounsou, Jim Broadbent, and Christoph Waltz. Alright guys, get this, it's been years since the dude known as Tarzan ditched living in the jungles of Africa with the great apes. Now he goes by John Clayton, some fancy lord living in old London with his wife Jane. Crazy right? Anyways, this was back in the late 1800s. So John gets an invite to return to the Congo as a trader, representing those folks in Parliament. Little does he know, he's just a pawn in some evil scheme plotted by this Captain Leon Rom dude who runs the place. From what I hear, Rom is one corrupt fella who's out for revenge and riches. John and Jane are about to walk right into a deadly situation in the jungles they thought they left behind. Man, it's gonna be wild seeing how this all goes down. Tarzan may have to rely on those ape skills he thought he didn't need anymore. Number 4. The Lost City of Z. The Lost City of Z is a 2016 American biographical adventure drama film, written and directed by James Gray, based on the 2009 book of the same name. It stars Charlie Hunnam as Fawcett, Robert Pattinson, Sienna Miller, and Tom Holland. Alright guys, listen up cause this Lost City of Z movie is wild. So basically in the early 1900s, this dude Percy Fawcett is an explorer in South America, sent by some posh Brit organizations to map the jungle between Bolivia and Brazil. He's trying to restore his family name after his drunk dad messed it up. Along the way he meets up with some guy named Henry, who knows the jungle. Despite almost dying a few times from the native tribes, Percy gets the map done. But in the true story, then he finds some old pottery that's got him convinced there's some ancient lost golden city out there. He finds a conquistador text mentioning it too. So, Percy leads a second expedition to find it, funded by some scientist dude, but it ends in disaster. After fighting in World War I, Percy gets newspapers to bankroll his search in 1923. He heads into the jungle again with his son Jack. But, after a strange encounter with the natives, Percy and Jack just disappear. Percy's wife Nina, back in England, is convinced they're still alive. Crazy story about this explorer's hunt for a mythical city, right? Wonder what really happened to them deep in that jungle.
You don't care about your lost city.
Number 3. Jungle Cruise. Jungle Cruise is a 2021 American fantasy adventure film, directed by John Colet-Serra. It is based on Walt Disney's eponymous theme park attraction, and produced by Walt Disney Pictures. The film stars Dwayne Johnson, Emily Blunt, Edgar Ramirez, Jack Whitehall, Jesse Plemons, and Paul Giamatti. Jungle Cruise follows a British scientist, her brother, and a jungle cruise skipper, as they embark on an adventure down the Amazon River, in search of the mythologized Tears of the Moon. The Disney film stars Dwayne The Rock as Francisco, Captain Frank Wolf, Lopez de la Heredia, Emily Blunt as Dr. Lily Hoden, Jack Whitehall as her brother McGregor Hoden, and Jesse Plemons as the villainous German Prince Joachim. The story takes place back in 1916, at the start of World War I, with international tensions high, and few scientific prospects for women, like Lily, in a patriarchal society. Along their journey to find the Tears of the Moon, which is said to cure any sickness, and save the lives of millions, they come face to face with the mythologized curse, put on Spanish conquistadors from 400 years prior.
$10,000 to bring you there alive.
Number 2. Jungle. Jungle is a 2017 Australian biographical survival drama film based on the true story of Israeli adventurer Yossi Ginsberg's 1981 journey into the Amazon rainforest. Directed by Greg McLean, and the film stars Daniel Radcliffe as Ginsberg, with Alex Russell and Thomas Kretschmann in supporting roles. In 1981, Yossi Ginsberg, all of 21 years old, traveled to South America with dreams of adventure. He ended up in La Paz, Bolivia, where he befriended Marcus Stam, a Swiss teacher, and Kevin Gale, an American photographer. Together, they set out on an expedition into the uncharted Amazon led by the mysterious Karl Ruprechter, an Austrian man who claimed to have knowledge of hidden gold. After traveling for several days, with low supplies and frayed nerves, the four men separated. Karl and Marcus would walk while Yossi and Kevin set out on the river in a raft. But as the raft neared a waterfall, Yossi and Kevin lost control and got separated from each other. Yossi spent 3 weeks stranded in the jungle, with no supplies and little food, before being rescued by a search mission, just before they were about to abandon hope. Yossi's remarkable tale of bravery and fortitude feels ready-made for a film adaptation, one that delves into the psychological horrors he faced alone in the jungle, uncertain if he'd ever make it out alive. If you haven't seen this movie, you must watch it, because I think it's the best movie on this list.
You have a map, and people are coming to save you. All you have to do is keep going.
And finally, number 1. Jumanji, Welcome to the Jungle. Jumanji, Welcome to the Jungle is a 2017 American fantasy adventure comedy film, directed by Jake Kasdan. The film is the third installment in the Jumanji film series, and a sequel to Jumanji 1995. It stars Dwayne Johnson, Jack Black, Kevin Hart, Karen Gillan, Nick Jonas, and Bobby Cannavale. Get ready for a wild new adventure with Jumanji Welcome to the Jungle. This movie takes the classic 1995 film to the next level by bringing Jumanji into the modern video game era. Instead of a board game unleashing chaos on a small town, we follow 4 high school kids, Fridge, Spencer, Bethany and Martha, as they get sucked into the insane world of Jumanji itself. Now they have to beat the game by working together and taking on avatar roles, with Dwayne Johnson as Smolder Bravastone, Jack Black as Shelley Oberon, Karen Gillan as Ruby Roundhouse, and Kevin Hart as Moose Finbar. Hilarious hijinks and epic action ensues as they battle their way through the jungle. Part of what makes this movie so fun is seeing Jumanji reimagined for the video game generation. No longer confined to a board, the world of Jumanji comes to vivid life, in crazy ways these players could never expect. It's a fresh take that pays tribute to the original, while bringing something totally new to the table. So, get ready for one wild ride when you watch Jumanji Welcome to the Jungle.
Why am I running so slow?
Well folks, hope you enjoyed our jungle flick countdown. Just don't forget to subscribe, and ring that bell so you're notified of my next ranking video. Hit like if you dug my picks, and share the video with a friend who loves adventure movies set in the wild. Thanks for watching, and catch you next time.